Let's speak with Maxine Fothergill, Reform UK Kent County Councillor. Maxine, good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon, Ian.
Always nice to speak with you. I haven't seen you for a little while. How's it going over there at Kent County Council? Because you're running the place now.
Very well, thank you. We are doing absolutely brilliantly. We are saving the taxpayer absolutely shed loads of money. We're all getting in, doing our job, and hopefully the public are very happy with the outcome that they're seeing from us at the moment.
It's going to be interesting. Of course, there are limitations to what you can do as a county council, as distinct from a Westminster council or whatever. Even if your party are, intent on changing the law should they become government. But certainly this issue has long been in the veins of Reform UK, if you like, feeling very strongly about what is happening to our country and what is happening in this particular case to the safety of women and young girls.
Yeah, it's a terrible worry. I mean, I can speak personally as a mum, as a grandmother to two young children of just 3 and a year and a half, and it worries the life out of me. What sort of world are we bringing our children into? I don't even feel safe anymore working late in my own office. I used to work until sometimes 9 or 10 at night. Now I go when my staff leave because I don't feel safe on the streets, and that's in Gravesend. I certainly don't feel safe on the streets when I go up to London, especially if I've got the phone in my hands, because you hear of all these phones being stolen by these lads on the bikes and things. So I don't think that we're in a safe country anymore. It's very worrying.
And it's interesting because, by this stage in the 21st century, we should be talking, you and I should be sitting here now having a kind of little chinwag about how, do you remember back in the day when there used to be crime and there used to be horrendous attacks? Should be a thing almost, I'm slightly romanticising it here, but you take the point. This should be something that had got so much better now that it hardly happens. But it's getting worse.
It is. I mean, what we have, in my opinion, is that we've had two political parties that have let us down. They've allowed the floodgates to open. They've let so many undocumented men come into this country. We have no idea who they are. Their passports have literally been dropped into the drink as they've actually jumped on these boats. That some of them are claiming to be children. They must be taking us as some kind of fools. They only need to do dental records. But I think the thing that's even more worrying is they don't seem to actually be doing any kind of fingerprint checking or any identity checks on them. They're taking them off these boats and then they're dispersing them into, what was originally 2-star hotels, then 3-star, now they're in 4-star hotels and HMOs all over the country. And they're making our streets very unsafe. No one feels safe anymore because we don't know who these people are and what they're capable of.
I mean, you're the leader of your council. Linda Kemkeran has called the boat crisis an invasion. She blames it on endangering women and girls. I'm sure you would concur with that, Maxine.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, Lyndon's doing a fantastic job of getting out there, and we are going to be doing quite a lot. Even in our council last month, there was a motion put forward by by the opposition, and we turned down that motion and we strengthened it because we believe that more needs to be done, not less. We need to be protecting our women and children. We can't keep on having all of these people in the country where we have no idea who they are and all these attacks. I mean, it's, I picked out some figures knowing that I was going to come on here, but 210 hotels, this was from July of this year, are being used for asylum-seeking hotels. 108 million every month is being spent on accommodation. That's our taxpayers' money, but we can't afford to actually look after our own. We've got housing lists as long as your arm, people that are having to sofa surf. We're walking past all the time people that are vagrants that they've got nowhere to go. Many of them have been veterans, and yet we can't look after our own, but we can spend all this money on these people that we've got no idea who they are, and it's very, very worrying.
I know you're going to be standing for the Reform UK Party Board, Maxine. That would put you in a sort of a decision-making panel. Is that the idea, to make policy, to kind of grind out and properly put forward definitive ideas? How does that work?
Well, I think the board is really about actually looking at this higher strategic level and getting our party fit for, bit ready for government. So working with Nigel and the other board members, so that we can put our policies in place, we can strengthen everything that we're doing. I mean, we have some fantastic policies in regards to protecting of people. We would put 30,000 more police on the street. We'd stop the boats straight away. We would leave the ECHR. We would deport all foreign criminals and illegal immigrants, and we would fund more women's refuge. And that's certainly policies that when we are in government, we will be implementing and putting in place.
It's going to be interesting. You can see why there's wide support for this, because there are no... when we've been talking about this throughout the course of the show today, Maxine, and we touch on this almost every day in some shape or form, there is no political will at the moment. And whether it's this current party, I mean, we didn't really expect it. Keir Starmer's banging on about smashing the gangs. It's a phrase that doesn't mean anything. And yeah, we'd all like to smash the gangs, but let's stop the boats. And even that phrase with Rishi Sunak didn't work very well. There's not really a kind of, they haven't got the kahunas. They haven't really got the political dynamite. They haven't got the kind of genuine intent on following this stuff through. Whereas Reform are speaking the language of what is concerning people.
Well, Ian, this is why we are getting more and more women turning to us. Women that have never even been political before. Women that were quite happy with the status quo, but because we have become a country full of strangers, undocumented males that have come into our country, more and more women are now decided to leave us. And it's quite scary, really.
Yeah. Do you sense this will become pivotal come 2029 at the general election, or do you think, God if it's a vid, that the Labour Party will have solved the problem by then?
Yeah.
You'll have nothing to say then. You'll be thanking Keir Starmer, Maxie.
No, the Labour Party will never solve the problem. The Labour Party will never smash the gangs. The Conservative Party have already had 14 years and they failed us miserably. There is only one party that will actually do something to protect its own citizens, and that's my party, that's Reform UK. We are the only party that's listening to our residents and is prepared to actually help and to stop all of this criminality. You've only got to look in the shops. You're quite welcome to go around and do your shopping as long as it's under £200 and you're allowed to get away with it. We are living in a lawless society. So it's not just about the protection of women and children. It's the protection of all of us, the shopkeepers, the small business owners, women, children, everything, and also all of the resources, because these people come in and we've got to house them, clothe them, feed them. They're working illegally, we know that. They're, very often on these Deliveroo's. How they're actually allowed to do it, if that were you and I, we would need to give our national insurance number. So the whole thing is very strange, and I don't understand how it's happening, but it is happening, and it needs to stop. And my worry is, if we have got another 4 years of this government, what is this country going to look like in 4 years' time? It's a fair question. We finish on that point, Maxine. You've been great and passionate as ever. Thank you. Maxine Fothergill, Reform UK councillor for Kent County Council. They, of course,